Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work, hard work, hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, y'all know what it is. It's top of the morning, top of the hour, 0900 hours. And you know what this is. It's me, your boy Trey. Got my man Ron from the Speakeasy. Hey, real quick, check out the Speakeasy 2.0. If y'all ain't seen it yet, it's a whole different type of vibe. When y'all get a chance, check it out. Tap in, go over, holler at Ron, CJ, Miss Cookie Dough. You know what I'm saying? They be having a whole vibe going on. Be sure to tap that in. But like you said, it is E2G Sports Network presents First Formation Morning Sports Talk. Y'all on with your favorite vets on the nets when it comes to talking about these sports, because we get into a whole different type of conversation though sometimes. So it isn't just sports. If that's what you come to just hear about, thinking that's all you're going to hear, you're in the wrong place. But at the right time. So, of course, like you said, Brian, what's good with you this morning, brother?
I like to say First Formation, the official sports show of the Armed Forces, baby. Fall in.
Let's
Get
get
ready.
it.
Sergeant Trey, let's get to it.
Yes. So, of course, like I said, today, especially if y'all seen the postings or anything, a special guest today for the most part. Black men vent too. Of course, when they come on.
What a name. As soon as you sent me that, I went right and looked into it. I'm excited.
Yes. I figured you would. So I hope everyone else that seen it would have looked into it. Of course, it just so happened, as y'all know, I'm a member of the greatest military fraternity in the world, Psi Rho Phi Military Fraternity Incorporated. And so we're going to have a crossing in Tennessee, in Nashville area. So, of course, doing my thing as in my role as media director, I went and was trying to look around and see where, who we can get, I almost said get in bed, who we can contact in reference to being around and in and around that area. I came across this podcast and I was like, oh, snap, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Took a little interest to it, reached out, talked to him, chopped it up a little. He informed me that his father likes to talk about sports and really gets involved in that. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to simply bring them on. Maybe some content. Let us know what's going on in or around the Nashville, Tennessee area. I've never been to Nashville. Heck, I've never been to Tennessee. So unfortunately, I still want to, because I want to be. Yeah, I'm saying I won't. This just be a different type of vibe. What's good, sis? What's going on, Kaneek? TT, what's good with you this morning? Glad to see you in formation. So it's a whole different vibe, and, you know what I'm saying, just as we speak, you know what I'm saying, we were just talking about that. Up jumps the boogie. They see as they come in. Okay. Oh, and look at it with the Raider gear on, like everything. So I maybe I stand corrected. Maybe I stand corrected as the elder comes in with the Las Vegas Raider gear. You know what I'm saying? I stand corrected. I sit up and assume that it's all about the Titans, all about the Memphis Grizzlies, all about the Tigers or any of that type of stuff. He pulls up in the black and white, black, silver and black, like Ice Cube and NWA. What's good, gentlemen? How y'all doing this morning?
Man, we good, man. How you doing, man? We good.
Okay, we good. We good on here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully my co-host, you got my man Ron, Speakeasy, that tends to pop on with us. And then myself, Trey, as you know, if y'all been watching in and checking in. So, of course, like I said, we got here Black Men Vent 2 podcast in the building, falling in with us this morning. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce our high speeds and everyone that's currently listening or is going to see this. Let them know who you are and what it's all about.
Yeah, man. So thankful to you guys for having us. First Formation Sports Morning Talk Show, man. Thank you guys again. Just truly blessed to be a part of a platform with another brother, you know. So that's something, man, that we appreciate. But greetings to everybody, to you guys, audience, and to audience. My name is John Half of the podcast titled Black Men Vent Too. And on our podcast, we take pride in being a father and son duo that focuses on open and opinionated conversations about black men issues. So Trey, man, stuff that you go through, Ron, stuff that you go through that we don't talk about, right? You know, those traumas, those suppressions, those anxieties, those not in a way to put your face out there, or put your story out there in a negative way, but put it out there in a way, man, where it reaches one and teaches one. You know, we make sure that we always say that we are trying to be the voice for the voiceless in Nashville. We can only focus on our city right now. And from our city, we can focus on the state. From our state, we can focus on the national, you know. So we're just taking it one step at a time. But our mission is to reach every black man that we can and reshape, reframe, and rebrand what society believes a black man is, one episode at a time.
Okay. Yeah, we could dig that. And like I'm big on as well. When sometimes when those conversations come up in which you talk about, like we just talked about yesterday, or a day before yesterday, in reference to the black anti-Semitic, this anti-Semitic rhetoric that they're saying that Kyrie Irving is putting out there, which we had a conversation in reference to that yesterday, in which I, for the most part, believe that sports is a platform and kind of like pushes that narrative to a degree, because it's a huge platform, as we're seeing with Kyrie Irving right now, as we've seen with other people, Jaylen Brown, people of that nature who have kind of like pushed, like utilizing that. Even though saying Jaylen Brown left Donda Sports, but he still came back to that organization and that sports program because he wanted to be able to allow them the opportunity still to be seen, even though he's not a part of it, even though if it was anti-Semitism in which Kanye was pushing, that he could understand like they shouldn't suffer for that. So I really think sports is a bridge to all that. And saying it lines up for the most part. So saying everyone does their part in a way, in different ways. Saying this is our way in doing it. Ron does it as well as similarly as well on his speakeasy in his various podcasts and just in a different manner. You know what I'm saying? But it all in state has the same message.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely.
Yes, sir. Well, man,
So,
hey, I'm the other half of Black Man Vent.
Yes,
too.
sir. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good.
No, I'm just gonna say I'm the other half of Black Man Vent too, man. And he basically explained everything, man. But I'm just glad to be here, man. Glad y'all let an old dude come on and chat it up, man, with y'all young cats, man. And maybe I can offer some old school perspective. That's the way we do our part, from a new school perspective, and I come from an old school perspective. We bring it all together, man, to talk about whatever issues that black men are dealing with. And I did come on, man, rocking the Oakland Raiders, man, because that's where, back in the day, man, it was like when you had a team, you stuck with them. So I've been a Raiders fan since the 70s, man. But Tennessee, we can talk about Tennessee. It's all good.
That's crazy. Like, of course, I'm from California. I'm from Compton, California. So growing up at that point, around that time, I was a Raiders fan. I'm not gonna lie. In 1986, there was a seismic shift in my for me, and I've been like a San Francisco 49er fan since 1986. So I left the Raiders alone. My little brother, he was a Raiders fan. He was a Raider fan. He became a Troy Polamalu fan, so he left the Raiders alone and and went with Troy when he went to left USC and went to Pittsburgh. So yeah, from the aspect of that, we left all that alone and went our separate ways. But of course, that silver and black is iconic in many different ways. And so when he said, I instantly had straight out of Compton flashbacks instantly.
Right.
So of course, getting into it, like the first little comment, Ron spoke to us the other day in which he said, Ron, you were saying, represents Philly. He's via somewhere else currently in another country. I mean, another state, but he represents Philly, and he brought up the fact that we may speak, but we may not speak much about military Major League Baseball, in which currently the Philadelphia Phillies are one of two competitors in this year's World Series. I don't know if it's a competition because it looked like the Phillies is shellacking right now. Of course, taking into consideration Game 3 was played yesterday, and the Phillies won 7-0.
Yeah.
Right.
7-0. Looking like the
Yeah.
if Bishop was on right now, looking like the Philadelphia Eagles record 7-0, taking the 2-1 lead. Of course, Game 4 will be played tonight.
Right.
Game 5 will be played in Philly. Ron, is there a possibility for Philly or anyone? But I hit Ron because this is the squad. Is there a possibility where Philly gentlemen sweeps the Astros and they don't even get back from Philadelphia? They just keep it right there, keep the party going.
Bruh, I thought the Astros was like premier baseball. I didn't think we was gonna win the game. I was like, that one game we won was gonna be like the AI moment, 20 years ago, just getting one game against the Lakers. But they came out and balled like that. I'm shocked.
Hey, I'm sorry. When he said Lakers, I thought he was trying to throw shade, but then it processed in my head what he was selling. But I was like, instantly, I was like, wait, hold up, that's what we doing.
Hey, man, look.
I stand corrected.
Hey,
it's like Rocky Balboa reincarnated in the Phillies right now. Bryce Harper, you forever home, baby. You got your home.
So
Hey,
yes,
man.
of course we have it. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, man, that Bryce Harper, man. Yeah. Now I'm about to say, man, Bryce Harper hadn't been really just, everybody know he's an elite player, man, but he ain't really been tearing it up all year, man. But all of a sudden, the dude done started hitting home runs every 2 or 3 times at bat now, man. I'm like, what happened to him, man? He finally woke up, man.
It's wild. He's ready for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, man. Hey, man, so, I'm going to tell you this, man. I'm kind of torn, man. Yeah, I'm kind of torn between the Phillies and Houston, man, because, see, I'm a Braves fan, man. See, I got randomness all those, man, but I'm also a Braves fan because I'm from Georgia, man, but I kind of wanted Dusty Baker to win, man, for the Bros, man. You know what I'm saying? But now I see this. I got this Philly fan, man. So see y'all, you done messed me up even worse, man.
Hey, that's what sports is all about. It doesn't make a difference. Of course, we talk about alliances as we go. Speaking of it, you know what? I thought I was going to be able to make it through because I sit up and say, like, I'm glad I say certain things before it comes up. So hopefully he wasn't able to go take a look and see the comment which I just said about the 7-0. Like, matter of fact, speaking of that, Bishop is actually from New York, but you see in the background what he has, who his team is. He's actually his favorite. Well, I think they're still his favorite. His favorite college team is the Oklahoma Sooners. So
what you won't do is try and disrespect me about just because my team ain't doing well this year does not mean I'm to disband them
ain't even had to bring him up.
Yeah, I don't know why he even had to bring him up.
Well, I was trying to make the difference is that say you're from New York. Oklahoma Sooners is your favorite college team. Your favorite team in NFL is Philadelphia. I think Brooklyn is still your favorite basketball team.
Really? Stop it, man. Stand up, man. Stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. What's going on, gentlemen? Black Man Vent 2 podcast. What's going on? How y'all doing, man? What's up?
She never had a belly until the last scene.
Man, y'all good? Everybody good? Ron, y'all good?
Yeah, we great. I'm just sitting here in All Trader Black Men Vent 2 podcast. It's a blessing to be on with y'all right now. It's nobody in the podcast game doing what y'all do, especially when we talk about melanated black men and y'all conversations and y'all topics. I'm definitely gonna be tapping in.
That's what's up.
So, Bishop, real quick, as I was
Yeah,
sitting
man.
talking about,
Yeah.
I was sitting talking about, they're out of Nashville, right?
Oh no, I didn't know they was out of Nashville.
Out of Nashville, where we be in at the beginning, where the organization I won't this time, unfortunately, but where the organization to be this coming December. So
Right,
maybe
first weekend in December.
maybe you have to tap in with them. You're saying maybe
That's what's up. For
opportunities.
Sure. Yeah,
So
for sure.
Real quick.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out Nashville, shout out Memphis. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of questions for y'all. Do y'all know any Willinghams? No.
Willingham. Not
Okay.
off top of the phone, man. No.
Okay. I got some good
Look,
family.
if they got a little money on them, then we know them.
Let me give him my cash out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So real quick, right? So Bishop, we was just talking about the fact that the Phillies were up in the series now with the opportunity to go up 3-1 tonight and maybe finish the deal come tomorrow night, in which we are seeing. And I was talking about how they beat them 7-0. I was like, maybe that was an eau de grace to the same thing which you have up behind you currently. So we were just speaking about that, and I was saying that, and then I guess I said your name, and then next thing you know, it's like instant gravitation,
Voila.
and then appear, and there you appear.
Voila. Here I am. That 7-0, man, it means a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? 7-0, the Phillies beat the Astros 7-0 last night. That's a blowout in baseball. Beat them 7-0. We 7-0. You know what I'm saying? We kind of waiting to see what we trying to wait to see what these 76ers gonna do. I don't know if they can do anything of the sort, but maybe they'll go on a 7-0 streak this year. I don't know. You think that can happen, Ron? Can they go 7 straight games without losing one?
Sixers?
Yeah, the 76ers.
I think it's a possibility the way James Harden's playing.
Yeah,
16 assists the other night. Yeah, that's amazing.
So you know what? While we're here at this moment, I asked you, gentlemen, does an undefeated record really have any weight during the course of a season? Does it really have any weight?
I'm gonna let y'all answer that because obviously he trying to direct that to.
No, I'm just asking the question. Like, I wonder, does it have any weight? Think about it. The New England Patriots with 16-0 and lost.
Yeah.
It definitely has weight.
Yeah.
It has weight. Now, when you 3-0, 4-0, it don't have as much weight. But as the number increases to 8, 9, and 10-0, that says a lot. These are professional athletes.
Okay.
I think a Jay-Z verse said it best. I'm not cocky, I'm confident. It carries weight. It carries confidence within the team. Everybody is swagger. And there's nothing wrong with going 16-1 and losing in the Super Bowl. It's something we're gonna be talking about for the next 100 years.
That part.
Right. Yeah.
Not saying the Eagles are gonna blow it in the Super Bowl.
Man, me personally,
don't do that.
I will say.
Go ahead, John.
Go ahead, it holds weight in season. I would say it holds weight in season, but it doesn't hold weight postseason. That's my biggest drawback from that. I got my McDonald's All-American Kobe Bryant jersey on. I don't know nobody on the planet with this jersey, so if y'all find somebody with it on, let me know. But I said all that to say I'm a huge Lakers fan, so I'm used to winning. 17 didn't come on
what?
Tonight, you know what I'm
Say
saying?
it with
so
your chest.
In season. Hey, with the chick.
This dude.
Yeah, man. But in
no,
season,
don't you run, Bishop.
But postseason, I don't think it holds.
Look, you ran out of that.
Yeah, you ran out of here. Don't you run.
that Lakers stuff, man. It just whew.
So, hey,
so
man,
you gonna say,
look, Deion Sanders it best. Don't allow my confidence to interfere with your insecurity. So I don't know who your basketball team is, but hey, man, we can't stop being great.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's
You know
one
what?
of
You
my
know,
favorite
saying
players
it's, you
right
know,
there,
saying
Dion.
that's exactly what we do. That's what I'm accustomed
Y'all not doing
to
that right now.
being around. That's
Y'all not doing that right now. Y'all not doing that right now.
Because you know, what I'm saying
Y'all not doing that right now.
We not.
Y'all not doing that right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So let's get into the real time. Let's get into the real conversation at hand, right? Go ahead. That's the reason. Go ahead.
Nah, man. Hey, I want to get into what y'all want to talk about, man, because we don't want to kill your platform, man, by just rambling.
Right.
We tend to do it. So let's get into the real conversation, right? Last night, CFP. You know what I'm saying? I say it with my hands clapped. Last night, CFP, right?
Oh my God.
I had a prediction, right? I again look at him. So I had a prediction. Right? I predicted that the college football.
Ron, this dude get right one time, man. I hated it. I hated it when I saw that they picked Tennessee first. I said, this dude is gonna be riding this.
Like I am a person that would stand in a room full of people, stand in a room of 1 million people, and I would be the only person with a difference of opinion. Yesterday on this show, I felt like I was that person because I kept telling everybody Tennessee in the CFP is going to become the number 1 seeded team. I said that. Everyone ridiculed me. I felt like I was gibbeted and all that type of stuff. But
BMV. Do y'all honestly believe Tennessee should be over number 1 over Georgia? Be honest. Do y'all really believe Tennessee should be over? I forget y'all from that. Never mind, man.
No, you gonna say, but
never mind, man. It don't even matter.
Hey, man. I'm gonna have a different spin on it now because here we go again. I'm from Georgia, man.
From Georgia,
so you know I'm a UGA huge fan, man. But I'm with my brother, man. Yeah, Tennessee was gonna get the number 1 ranking because overall, I hate to say it, and we'll see what happens this Saturday. But Tennessee has played a more tougher schedule than Georgia. Georgia's only played one top 10.
Tennessee has 5.
Played 2 or 3, man. And they've been dogging them, man. You know what I'm saying? So really, truly, I'm kind of fretful for my dogs, man.
What I tell you yesterday,
they're gonna be down there between them hedges, man. So it's gonna be a showdown, man. It's gonna be a showdown.
I told Trey yesterday. I said a lot of the Georgia fans, because I know a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them in our frat. I told him Trey yesterday. I said Georgia fans are scared. They fear Tennessee. They really fear Tennessee.
Yeah,
and Tennessee playing great ball. The Vols are playing outstanding ball. I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Everybody talking about Tennessee beat Georgia. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a barn burner. It's gonna be a great game this weekend. Everybody gonna be tuned into that game for sure.
So running through the CFP's top 25. Of course, we have Central Florida, UCF at number 25, Texas at number 24, at number 23, Oregon State. Let's go Pac-12 at number 22. At number also at 23. I'm sorry, at 22, North Carolina State. 21, Wake Forest. At 20, Syracuse. Number 19, Tulane. Number 18, Oklahoma State. Number 17, UNC. Number 16, the Illinois Illini. Number 15, Penn State. Number 14, Utah. Number 13, Kansas State. Number 12, UCLA. Number 11, Ole Miss. Number 10, surprisingly, LSU. That's a surprise to me. Number 9, let's go Trojans on the victory. Number 8, Oregon. Number 7, TCU. Top 6.
Big 12.
Top 6. Alabama. 6, Michigan 5, Clemson 4, Georgia 3. Oh, I didn't even realize Georgia was 3. Wow. Ohio State 2 and Tennessee number 1. Ron.
Michigan does not make the cut top 4, baby. They do not. They
And
do
this
not
is-
make the top 4.
in
Clemson
my-
jumps Michigan.
In my opinion, this is set up for the comeback of you. This is even set up for a comeback for Alabama, or is made up for SEC football, which is, I guess, maybe a rate getter in his opinion. Because what we're going to have is Georgia and Tennessee are going to play each other this weekend. One of them has to lose, and one of them is going to fall to the wayside, or was going to be dropped out to make it to where Alabama gets in, pending
Right.
if Alabama can take care of business against LSU. And then we're going to basically they only have 4 more weeks after that to hold on to.
Right.
What do you gentlemen think?
This is disrespectful.
Now, legitimately, man, I'm gonna tell you.
Says disrespectful. Go ahead, BNV. What you was about to say?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna disturb all of that. I think LSU gonna upset Alabama this week. Man.
Darn right. Darn right. Darn right.
Wow. That's a huge upset. Huge.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna,
Yeah,
I think it's
LSU,
gonna happen
LSU them.
because
Yeah, LSU ain't been the LSU of old.
Hey man, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
They 5-2. They 5-2, 6-2.
No, but we used to LSU being
I-
a dominant
so I'm a
team.
LSU.
Go ahead.
Very true. But I think, okay, let's just be real, though. Let's just be real. When we had that season where we did go undefeated, we had Joe Shiesty doing his thing, Jamar Chase doing his thing. Naturally, everybody's going to expect to keep that level of competition. But these boys has been recruited. Now, no excuses, right? No excuses. But these boys, man, is getting recruited surrounding the SEC. Y'all know as well as we do, the SEC is the toughest conference in all of college football. You know
Facts.
what I mean? So for LSU to come off
Look at Ron.
and we still kind of fighting, still just kind of wedged in the top 10. Hey man, I think we're gonna get Bama all they want, man. Oh.
Not LSU. Bama won't lose again. Unless it's But that's what I'm saying. When the last time Bama lost 2 games in a season? Outside of course, the national championship game.
Hey, see,
2008.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
see,
it's
that's
been
the
a minute.
setup right there, man. That's the setup.
Yeah, I feel you. Trap game.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
the
you.
setup.
Trap game. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you what they overlooking. Man. This gonna be the X factor. Watch LSU's quarterback.
Okay.
We're talking about that boy all year. Now all of a sudden he doing his thing, man. They on the platform too.
breaking
Watch
out
that
the
dude, man. Watch LSU's quarterback.
Okay. This should be what time they play. They got the primetime game. What time they play on Saturday?
3 p.m. ESPN, baby.
Oh, they play at the same time. They play the same time Georgia and Tennessee played in.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I thought
No,
Yeah,
Georgia,
they play-
Tennessee got the early game, 11:30 CBS.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay. I thought they had the 3:00 game. Okay. bet.
Cool.
Oh,
Okay,
so
cool.
they already know what the
Cool.
outcome could be potentially already. See
Right.
how they,
That's true.
LSU
That's true.
is 14-point dogs on the road. I mean, at home. So
LSU is 14-point dog at home.
yeah, they got Bama. Bama winning by 2 touchdowns. So Vegas is telling us something. I don't know.
Ooh-wee.
But I do like that upset.
I do too. I like that upset too. If it happens, I'm damn so forward. I love it. Let me get it.
Yeah, man.
Especially with me.
Hey, if nothing else, take the point spread.
that
Right.
part.
Right.
That part.
So outside of LSU being in the top 10, was there any other surprises outside? Of course, Michigan being jumped. I didn't even realize Georgia was jumped. But was there any other surprises in which y'all thought or came across in the CFP?
So I'm not upset with how they got the CFP. Even you said it, Trey, and BMV said it too. Now that Tennessee has definitely played more top 10 teams to be able to be put at the number 1 spot. So I'm not upset at it whatsoever. So I'm actually kind of good with what they came up with as far as the CFP poll on where everybody stands right now. I don't really see. I think you said somebody at number 11, 10, or 11. Who was that? LSU? Who did you say?
LSU is number 10.
Yeah, I think you was like kind of you didn't know. You said you didn't understand that.
I was surprised at that.
Oh, okay. Why are you surprised at them being at 10?
I guess maybe because how they started off the year, you know, they got lost in the sauce, and then you know, saying it's like they boom kicking the dough.
Mhm.
It's like where you come from,
Right, right,
Yep.
right.
That's exactly how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they making a name for themselves again.
And what
Yeah,
it is, man, again, it's the quarterback.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
it's gonna be interesting though, man. It's gonna be very interesting.
It is. It's going to be. So what? Again, another interesting situation. Of course, we saw after Michigan dispatched and took care of business in at home. I'm very sure everyone caught the other fight on the gridiron that was in the hall that took place in the tunnel as one or two of the players were made a misstep and took the wrong route back to their locker room, and they were met with a different type of opposition. Currently, a total of 8 players have been suspended for the Michigan State University football team. As one player was, of course, there was 4 players that were caught assaulting one of the Michigan players in the hall. Another camera from another angle caught additionally another 4 players with one of the 4 players hitting the player with his helmet, then putting his helmet back on to continue to fight with him. So at this point, they're looking at possible charges, criminal charges being sought after, as well as the suspensions for those players. So I don't know. I mean, everyone has rivalries. I don't know what rivalry is out there that puts you in that position, especially from the aspect of a college game. That stuff is high school stuff, but in any case, it happens now. Now they're at a disadvantage.
Yeah, man. It is really a sad showing, man, because at the end of the day, man, when you playing sports, man, what happens on the field, that's where it takes place. And after that, man, it's done, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to go on and live our lives, man, and you know, and not be so vested to the point where you can't move on from a loss or a win. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happens should happen on the field. And then, you know, before the game, after the game, you might talk a little smack, man. But throwing blows, man, when you get to throwing blows, man, dudes don't forget that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's so true. Say then he got beat bad in the game. That part, and maybe that's what enacted it. But when I seen the clip of my man getting hit uppercutted with the helmet, I was like, oh. And then he came over the top with like overhand rights with the helmet. I was like, come on, bro. I was like, this is now you take it a little bit too far. But of course, like you said, they're gonna face. And then the father of the one player that the first video that we seen, the father is like, yeah, we're pressing charges. He's like, we're pressing charges. That's not gonna go unsought. So now, currently, the AD of the Big Ten, as well as the coach, is going through the tape, and they're basically working together to see what they can do to, I guess you could say, quote unquote, get justice for those players. Ron, I know that makes you feel better. I mean, y'all got the win anyway, so you was good.
Nothing don't make me feel better after that CFP ranking.
Oh, after CFP is like they always find a way. They find a way.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm not gonna get my 2 cents into it, but I'm just trying to figure out how you know he got lost from, you know, after celebrating a big win, how he ended up down the wrong.
Right.
It's a lot of testosterone. It's a lot of, you know, grown men going at it. The criminal charges and everything, you know, kind of rubs me the wrong way. But you know, I digress. It makes sense, but it's a wild.
And you know what, Ron? That's funny because initially I had the same rhetoric, like, "Yo, this is your home stadium. How do you get lost in your own stadium? Like, how did you get lost?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, like you
Wow.
said, it has become what it's become, and now
One of my favorite rappers, you know, Lil Jon said, "Don't start nothing, won't be nothing."
yeah, and this is basic, and that's basically where it went. So
Mhm.
so carry on, continue on. NBA, the NBA was lit yesterday. Things in which we were not expecting by any way, form, or fashion, be outside
Man,
the imagination, went down. Of course, let me get into something else before we get into what really is going to probably start the conversation. The Cleveland Cavaliers guard, Darius Garland, is set to get back in action due to he was out for about 4 or 5 games because we sustained a laceration in his eyelid a couple of games ago. So now he's back. Now he hasn't really had an opportunity to play with Donovan Mitchell, and the way Donovan Mitchell's been playing, I don't know. We don't say what we gonna
Yeah.
see from Cleveland.
Mhm.
Like Cleveland might be a problem. We kind of said that already once before, I think, Ron. But Cleveland is like really in a mode now to where it's going to probably potentially be a problem.
Yes. Yes.
But the other portion of that in NBA, the Brooklyn Nets and its head coach Steve Nash mutually, key term mutually, as it has pulled some conversation, mutually decided to part their ways after 2.5 seasons of him at the helm. Uh, Reports come
Yeah.
out, no
Yeah.
teammates were consulted. Reports come out. KD himself stated he was surprised to know about this because he didn't know about it till he woke up at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. He woke up, turned on Sports Center, and they're talking about it. Of course, he said this was a surprise.
Wow.
He said him and Steve Nash. Outside of him saying that he wants Steve Nash or Marks or both of them gone, he said it was a surprise. Him and Steve Nash actually had a good rapport with one another. He's like it's tough. He's like he felt like wasn't dealt a fair hand, uh, in all this. Currently, Jock Vaughn is going to be the interim coach as currently, in which we'll probably get into a little more. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and rock with this. Um, the Brooklyn Nets are looking and vetting and negotiating currently with Emi Udoka, the coach or former coach, suspended coach for the Boston Celtics, to come back to the organization as he was there before to
Mm-hmm.
take over the organization. So I'd like to unwrap what y'all say, gentlemen. What's going on here? What's really going on?
Oof.
He was in all honesty, Ime Udoka, he coached his first game. The Nets played the Bulls, and he was on the
Jock Vaughn.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
Jock
thought that
Vaughn.
was him. Okay,
Yeah, that was Jock Vaughn.
Anywho, first things first, I think that with the NBA right now, man, it's so much different talent. But Brooklyn Nets, me being a huge Lakers fan, I received so many text messages, DMs, hell, emails. Them talking about, yeah, we're gonna get the Lakers because I think everybody's, naturally trying to get to the top, and I love being cocky behind my team. But the Brooklyn Nets, man, I think that first year that they put all those boys on that team, on that roster, that first year, that was the year, in my opinion, y'all should have did it, man. I don't. And let me ask this, just to Ron and to Trey. I just we talking sports, man. So I've always wanted to ask this: when you have the type of teams that they say are what you call them, like super teams, do you blame the coaches or do you blame the players in terms of the
That's a good
non-success
point.
that society or fans would have thought they had?
Wow.
Man, y'all don't want to say that. I got something to say about that, man. First of all, you asked about the Cleveland thing. I think Cleveland, man, they are going to be trouble. They're going to be trouble for somebody down the road barring injury. But I guess we can say that about any team barring injury. But I like Cleveland lineup, man. But like my son just said, man, I'm a huge Spurs fan. So if you look at the Spurs rosters back in the day, man, you look at the talent level, it went all about the talent levels of the team play, man. So if you got a coach that's got all these talents, man, he got to be able to blend them together to make them a team, man. And I just think, what's his name, Nash. I think he was a great player, but just because you was a great player don't make you a great coach, man. Right. And I think that's what happened in that situation, man. That I don't think he was able to communicate with them bros, man, what it was gonna take for them to be a team, man. I'm saying, I think that's what the problem happened, man. So they need somebody to come in there, somebody like, say again, somebody like a Phil Jackson or Popovich to come and let them boys know, man. I know y'all make money, but if y'all don't win, we ain't gonna win.
So go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
I was going to pose a question. I'm happy you brought up Mr. Nash, fellas. How many championships he win?
That's a good point.
I feel like being a championship
is
crucial element to putting together a winning team. I might call his hire in the first place privileged, but shout out Steve Nash, but he was never the right man for that job. It was crazy that he got it in the first place.
And so going back to what Jonathan had asked in reference, is it the team or does it become the players? The easy out is a little of both. That is the easy out because what I'm saying, it has to be a buy-in from both entities or echelons or however you want to label it. It's no different if saying in a unit. If when you're in a unit or a military unit, you have to have a good first sergeant and a good commander, i.e., that's your coaching and the team aspect, and your players are your service members. And they execute, the service members execute the mission that's given from the head. That's given from the head. So if that doesn't match up, no matter how good you are from as a leader, those have to be led, and that becomes an issue. So in the case of because we see it different. I mean, you see it across different boards. Right now, in my opinion, Brooklyn and LA are struggling. I mean, outside of the fact that we see them struggling, like they're struggling because you have each team has at minimum two potential Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers on their organization, and yet you can't put together 2 wins in the course of 7 games. That's an issue. But then you see someone like Golden State that with 2, maybe 3 potential Hall of Famers have done damage last year. And then you see prior to that, when they had KD, they were able to put it together. So so I think it really goes into the fact of who you have. So maybe the players have to have the buy-in. We see what did KD do when he felt like when they had Harden, they had Kyrie. What did he do? He said, "I'm not playing here anymore," even though he still had 4 years on his contract left. He's like, he did a flex. The flex didn't work, but he brought some stuff to into question. When now it's looking like okay, now hindsight, Steve Nash is gone. But KD says, it's surprising. But why is it surprising when you was just standing on the desk saying, "Hey, I won't." One of them needs to be gone. So I think I say all that comes into play in different organizations. Every organization isn't built the same. In my opinion, every organization should have the same blueprint. You just take it, you apply it. No different than podcasts. All podcasts are built the same. But you know what I'm saying? You sit up and look at some things, you take it, you apply it, you make it work for you, and then you consider, you know what I'm saying, you become like everyone's a mogul in their own right. And so, you know what I'm saying, there's a blueprint for everything. And you take that blueprint, apply it, and then you can be successful by pulling and taking and building your podcast like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? Different things. You need something from everywhere to do it. And so this should be the same for the teams, in which right now, Brooklyn, who's this conversation right now, is struggling. And I don't know, is Emi Udoka Is he the answer? Do y'all think, gentlemen?
Boy, that's a good
Drunk is out of control today.
I don't know.
Yeah, he going off. Yeah.
It's like he's like, I've been waiting for this moment
man, I
all
don't know if-
day. Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Udoka, man, I think, again, I'm biased, man. Udoka comes from the Spurs organization, man. So I think he can get it done. I just hope he can overcome the baggage, man. Because sometimes that baggage, it goes a long way, man. And people always want to bring that stuff back up, man. But you know what? Winning conquers everything. So if he can come in there
I was about to
and
say
start
that.
winning, they'll forget about all that stuff, man.
I will say this though, him stepping out on knee alone, that was an L. I know this is a sports podcast, but look, he took an L.
Especially who he did it with.
He took an L on that one.
So, but you know what? It's funny you say that because you said the baggage, but what about when the coach also potentially brings baggage? Because when you look at it, they're vetting him, and what they did is they went and looked at the case in which got him suspended, and they see that he maybe pushed the issue as a superior to a subordinate workplace employee. And is that a problem? Like we tend to sit up and think about. We just have, speaking of the Spurs, you just have Joshua Primo, who seemingly has a mental issue or a problem because he's exposing himself. You have Deshaun Watson, who presumably has an issue saying with his affinity for masseuses. So now you have Coach Udoka. Does he have a situation to where he likes what he likes? And you know what I'm saying? And he like, okay, yeah, I pull knee along, so I can pull this person right here. That could possibly be an issue or whatever case like that. Or maybe not, but just just to sit up and build the content of the conversation, when you're going into a situation that has baggage, like you say, top tier roster that is losing, one of your best players is being dragged across the stratosphere or the metaverse because he liked or posted the Hebrews to Negroes, Black people, Black America, wake up. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this comes into play. And then you come when you were suspended because you wanted to take on an inappropriate relationship with a worker, a subordinate. Can the Nets get through all that and still come out good? Is the end state. Like, can they salvage the season? It's early.
Wow. Boy.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I play sports all my life, man, and I think I've learned that you try not to let your personal what's on the court, and just what's. So hopefully with the Brooklyn Nets, that would kind of fizzle that out, and it's hard to do that though, right? Why? Because of the media. The media is gonna always remind you. When you cheated on Nia Long, last month, how did that affect your coaching? Like that matters,
That surely is one of those questions. That is one of those questions.
Yeah. And see, and let me input this. I'm gonna this in, man. That's kind of why we have our platform. Our honesty. Udoka, he need to vent right about now. I'm sure he got a whole lot he can talk to us about.
Hey, Emmy, if you out there, man, we welcome you on, bro.
Yeah.
I think I kind of know exactly what he would be talking about and everything he had to deal with.
So you know what? It's he's so silly. So I was about to. It's Jonathan. It's good that you say that because that's actually perfect segue. I was about to ask, like, isn't this something similar in which how your platform, which you saying this is things in which you discuss and talk about and kind of like engage, like since what would you utilize, or what would you take from this situation currently with the Nets? Emmy probably getting back in. Kyrie Irving, like what is the message, or what is the content in which you'll draw for that for your own platform, if you hadn't already?
Yeah, man. So even with Kyrie's situation,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what anti-Semitic meant until last week. I hadn't even heard of that word. So it's so funny how the media and society has blown that up now to be, in my opinion, a little bit more than what it is. But in terms of mental health, our whole podcast is surrounded around mental health, particularly in the culture, in Black people, right? So with that being said, the Nets, and I'm sure they have this in place, a counseling, a therapeutic type of chaplain. I think that's the word I'm looking for. To have a team chaplain or somebody like a podcast that has a platform where Kyrie can post his book. All he did was post the book. He didn't say nothing. He didn't give his disposition on how he felt. But I think Kyrie could benefit from my podcast. Emi Udoka could benefit from my podcast, because how the media is judging them,
We won't judge them.
we ain't judging you.
We ain't,
We ain't here to judge you. If anything, we're gonna sit here and listen and allow to outlet that the media is not having given to you.
Yeah.
So that status, when God blesses us to get to those type of names, man, I would love to talk to Kyrie.
Man,
I would love to. Because what the media is not doing, Shaq and Chuck and all these guys that's throwing stones at him, go read the book.
Yeah.
Go read it. You don't think you disagree with something in it? Hell, don't disagree with cover. Disagree with what's in the text. Go read it.
Right.
You never know what you'll find out.
True. True.
In which I see a lot of people have said they went and watched.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people have said they went and watched the movie, and I see where different of course people like us every day has said that the movie was deep from watching it. Of course, so you have that, of course, and sometimes it's just that, like you said, some people tend to, in media, of course. At this point, we're all consider ourselves a part of media, and it's like you said, what is even you condemn, you elevate it, or you just let it go and just report it or talk about it and allow for them, which seemingly that's what Kyrie did. He did, like I said, he didn't say anything, he just posted, and it took firestorm from there. Which people was like, why did you post it?
Just post it.
In-state is my and which I talked to the other day. It's my platform. It's my personal. I didn't get on the Brooklyn Nets media and post it. I did it on my personal
page or whatever.
Yeah. So so of course, you know what I'm saying.
No, I
definitely
think you're
with
right,
that,
man. I think
yes, sir.
No, I'm just saying, I think you're right, man, because at the end of the day, man, you just said the key component, man. He did it on his personal platform. If this is a country of freedom of speech, man, I can put whatever on platform. You know what I'm saying? Now, the people that are pushing, like Twitter, whoever, they might not agree with it, they might ban me or whatever. But if you give me a platform that's supposed to be mine, look like I ought to be able to say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying?
You make it sound like we've been lied to, possibly. Freedom of speech. What is that?
Yeah, so
Never
shout out to
hey man, I don't think we got enough time to get into that, man.
shout out to Illuminati.
Right. Yep.
So I'll continue on, like you said, this can go like on for hours and minutes, or different perspectives and everything. So we move back into let's get into these scores yesterday. It was only 3 games. It was only 4 games yesterday. In any case, some basketball was played. First of 4 games. The first off, when we just talk about the Bulls take care of business, winning 108-99 over the Brooklyn Nets. The Bulls make the 500 Brooklyn Nets 5, Cardinals 2-6 on the year. The Bulls was led by Zach LaVine's 29 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, in which he scored 20 of them 29 points in the fourth quarter with a huge explosion. Basically doing Zach LaVine is a microwave. Yeah, he's a microwave. So when he gets going, he gets it going. DeMar DeRozan, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists from DeSunmu, 15 points from Gorgon Dragic is becoming. I guess he needed a little time under his belt to get into the system. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 points from Derrick Jones. Patrick Williams, 12.7 rebounds, 1 assist. Caruso, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Vucevic, 7 points, but 15 rebounds, 2 assists. The Nets was led by Kevin Durant, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. 20 points from Royce O'Neal, 10 points, 10 rebounds from Nick Claxton. Joe Harris, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Kyrie Irving, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Of course, the rhetoric becomes, is he affected by the current outcry that's coming in reference? Of course, Ben Simmons did not play last night. And like we just talked about, we already know and understand Steve Nash is not there. Jacques Vaughn, for the second time around, is being... I don't know. Y'all tell me. Should Jacques Vaughn feel a certain type of way? Like, y'all hired the coach before Steve Nash over me, kept me on the staff, then hired Steve Nash. I'm still on the staff. Then you put me in as interim coach, and not even hours after putting me as interim coach, you already looking for my replacement.
Yeah.
Would it be? Would y'all be done at this point with the Brooklyn organization?
If I was Jacques Vaughn, I'd probably be looking for me somewhere else to coach, man.
So what would he be?
Ron thinking hard over there.
To Udoka?
At this point, if Udoka decided to keep him on, unless they said,
you know what? And think about this. Yes, that's what I was saying, man. That's if Udoka decides to keep him on, man. So here he is. Here Jacques Vaughn is again. He's in limbo. You know what I'm saying? So now, man, I think I'd be looking for something else, man.
Yeah, same.
And on the counter, and I would say for the Brooklyn Nets, I would make sure we keep him on because he's the continuity of this mess that they got, and you know that's going to be important to having Udoka have somebody to actually lean on and understand the different dynamics and where we at now if they're going to do anything because it's looking tragic. How long has it been?
Wasn't Jock a part of the? Isn't he a part of Pop's coaching tree too? Or did he play? Didn't he play?
He played.
He played. He played. Yeah,
he played a little while.
But I agree with you, Ron.
Think about this, man. What you just said, Ron. I didn't think about it. Yeah, I think I agree with Ron too, man. So let me ask you this: is this a perfect time for Jacques Vaughn to go and say, "Hey, man, I think it's time for my monies to go up"?
You got to pay me, boy. Especially if you got some teams that are interested.
I think that's a problem.
I hope he listening. Yeah. I will make sure you got your list of teams that are interested. But I wouldn't mind. I want to stay with KD and Kyrie. This is a championship contender if we can get this together.
Yes, true.
But yeah, he's been with the Nets since 2016.
Yeah. So, of course, another game last night, the Golden State Warriors took on the Miami Heat. Golden State coming off that hangover from winning the NBA championship just this past year. Takes an L, losing 116-109. However, they did have a triple-double from Steph, 23 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists, 21 points from Andrew Wiggins, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 19 points from Klay Thompson with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 points apiece from Jordan Poole and JaMychal Green, 8 points from Ty Jerome. Moses Moody with 6 points, 5 points for Draymond Green with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and Kevin Looney 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. The Heat, Jimmy Butler poured in 23 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 17 points from Duncan Robins, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 24 points from Max Struss. Tyler Hero, that money isn't adding up. 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist in 10 minutes of play. However, he didn't play much. Kyle Lowry, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, and Bam with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Miami, just as Golden State, both 3-5 on the year. Again, we'll continue to say it's early. It's early. It's early. At the 20-game mark is when we. At the 20-game mark is when we will probably be like, "Yo, these teams are separating themselves."
Right.
So it's still hope for the Lakers, man. Y'all don't give me too much slack. You know what I'm saying? We out of confidence, man. Still some hope.
Need some prayer with that confidence.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go, LA. Let's go, LA.
Right.
So Oklahoma played host to the Orlando Magic last night. OKC taking care of business. Winning record at this point, 4-3. Knocking off the Orlando Magic 116-108. The Thunder was led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 34 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. That is someone no one is talking about.
Shai
is getting that work, giving that work.
That dude is a baller, man. Yeah, man.
Shai is giving that work.
He's a baller.
Drunk. What we're not going to do, we're not going to go here. We know, as I stated yesterday, that they only did that because it was Darvin Ham's first win as a head coach. See how they try to do? If he was the media, it'd be a whole firestorm right now.
Yeah, Drunk going on.
Look, tell Drunk to follow me on my personal platform so we can have a discussion with my team.
Additionally, of course, Jamari Robinson-Earl, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 points from Lou Dort, 16 points from Alex, 13 from Trey Mann, 5 points and 3 rebounds to the boot, 8 points from Monsoon Dieng. The Magic, Wendell Carter Jr., 30 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 20 points from Franz Wagner, 1 rebound, 7 assists to go. Paolo Banchero, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 13 points, 12 rebounds, and assists from Bo. RJ Hampton, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. When I look at this, gentlemen, all I see is a bunch of young talent with 1 or 2 veterans, which tells me potentially the Magic might be a problem in the years to come. How long do you think they have to reach that ceiling, or do they ever reach that ceiling, do you think?
Man, it all depends on what the organization is looking for, man, because, Orlando's been down for a long time, man. I don't even think they smelt the playoffs in, 10 years, man? It's been a long time, man. So it's all about what the organization is looking for as far as success is concerned, because, like I said, again, Orlando has been down for a long time, man, and it's just one of them things, man, where if you stay loyal, I guess, for the long haul, but if you're looking for some immediate results, you're going to have to start making some trades or something, man, because with the roster they have right now, you're not going to get no immediate results. But like you said, the long-term effect does look good. The future looks good, but like the next 2 or 3 years, I don't.
Definitely, of course, when you look at that, and then of course with them in the current state, they get a chance to add more potentially. So it just because at this point they're going to be a team full of draft picks or the second, third year players that's peppered throughout the whole squad. But of course, last night, the last game for that night, the Minnesota Timberwolves Faced off against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns off and running with the 6-1 record as they get the W last night, winning 116 over the Minnesota Timberwolves, who dropped to 4-4 in the year.
Yeah.
Timberwolves were led by Karl Anthony Towns as well as Anthony Edwards, 24 points apiece. Edwards with 6 rebounds and 1 assist. Towns 10 rebounds, 7 assists. 10 points from Jalen Noel, 13 points from Naz Reid, 7 points from Rudy Gobert, Jalen McDaniels, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Because I had to put that in because we know Gobert isn't meant to be the scorer, but he did contribute with 7 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Teron Prince, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Kyle Anderson, 3 points, and Jordan McLaughlin, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. The Suns led by 29 points from Cameron Jordan, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Why did he give this man his money? I don't know. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists from Mikal Bridges, 18.7 rebounds, 5 assists from Devin Booker. Chris Paul, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists. Bismack Biyombo with 8 points to contribution, 8 points from Cameron Payne. Shamet with 8 points, 3 points from Dario Saric. Damian Lee, 1 rebound, 1 assist. And John Lockdale, 4 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist in last night's game. Those were the games for last night. Of course, there's a 11 game slate tonight. The Wizards and the 76ers will do battle, Ron. 76ers against the Wizards. It seems like every time I turn around, they're playing the 76ers. The Hawks and the Knicks will do battle in New York. As we just stated, the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Boston Celtics. That's probably the game of the night. Miami Heat against the Sacramento Kings. The Milwaukee Bucks face off against the Detroit Pistons. The Chicago Bulls will take on the Charlotte Hornets. The Toronto Raptors, who are also a team that's coming up, will be in San Antonio facing off against the Spurs. The Houston Rockets will host the Los Angeles Clippers. The Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz up front and center. Portland will be hosting the Memphis Grizzlies, and last but not least, the Los Angeles Lakers will host the New Orleans Pelicans. What's good, Zach? Good morning, brother. Glad to see your information. Drunk, the Celtics is boring to watch. I don't know what that is. That's probably going to be a good game, though, I think. So yes, the NBA action continues as we continue to move on, going into the next one. Of course, a whole fire frenzy, in my opinion, in the NFL as a plethora of teams all made some huge moves. We'll talk about if those moves are going to make a difference. But first and foremost, before we get into that, yesterday, Britt Reed, the ex-chief assistant, as well as son of head coach Andy Reid, received a 3-year prison sentence for his he was drunk driving, speeding, and hit 2 parked cars, which resulted in 1 5-year-old girl with a traumatic brain injury. Britt Reed was basically driving 84 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone, in which he was drunk, and he smashed into the vehicles as one lady was helping out another disabled vehicle. The sentence initially was going to carry 7 years, but the prosecutors asked for a 4-year sentence and probation, and which Reed sought probation. Of course, the family was outraged because they feel like he should have got the full sentence of 7 years, because they said basically that the young lady has to live with this condition for the rest of her life. I'm very sure the rhetoric is, yes, he should have. Like we talked about before, the culture has become, when people are, especially those who are in a particular type of spotlight, people want the worst and most egregious of punishments for these individuals. But in this case, I do believe that maybe Reed should have got the 7 years. Gentlemen, what do you think?
Yeah, man. I man on that one, man, because that's in our division. And not just, from a football perspective, man, but just from a life and a humanity perspective, man. The sad part about this, man, this is not this guy's first time getting into
Correct.
something like this, man. You look at his previous history, he's been in some trouble of this nature, man. So how we and I hate to do this, man. Real, we already know if he was of the other culture, man, it wouldn't have went like that, man. It would not have went down like that, man. But so, like you said, who he is, he got some leniency, man, and that's sad, man, because that young lady has to live with this condition as a result of his actions for the rest of her life, and we all know this too. When he does these 3 years, man, we know what them 3 years gonna look like. His 3 years compared to 3 years from again somebody of our culture. It's gonna be a whole different ball game, man. So yeah, I think that was an injustice, man. It was an injustice.
And then just to put it black and white, think about your daughter. That could be your daughter, and would you want that man to serve 4 years, 7,
And
or
what's
life,
funny
or
is
whatever? You know. So
what's funny is he said himself, Britt Reed, sit up and said and turned around. And he's like he completely understands what the mother is saying because he's like he has a daughter her same age, and he said if he would be asking the same things, one of the same things, if that was the case. So he's like he doesn't falter in any way, form, or fashion. But that could be a play on words because what they're trying to do, and what of course law is of what you can prove and what you can make prevalent to the case is that they trying to show that he has remorse, and which it would be anyone, whether like you said, whether it was black, white, green, Latino, whoever. It's the same conversation, but what it becomes is the outcome. Like it's all the same conversation, but it all doesn't become the same outcome. In which saying the point being made. So. And he said, "Watch Henry Ruggs gets to the 10 years for like the same thing." No, Henry, I don't think that Henry gonna get drugged. But yeah, so they're saying that basically, yeah, they gonna handle Henry. He killed somebody.
Oh yeah, man. Henry,
I hate that.
I hate that for Henry, man. But he probably done, man. I hate it, but he probably done, man.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, definitely. So of course, like you say, moving on, talk about some of these trades yesterday, like just in time, look who's just back in to sit up and talk about. So these trades yesterday, right? Crazy trades. Which, like you said, we were talking about. Do any of these move the needle for any of these particular teams? First up, let's talk about Miami because Miami and Chicago had the most going on yesterday. I mean, Miami and Denver had the most going on yesterday. So, of course, Miami trades that 49ers. I'm a 49ers fan. The 49ers 2023 first round pick and a 2024 fourth round pick, as well as Nick Chubb. Miami traded the San Francisco 2020 next year's first round pick, the 2024 fourth round pick, and running back Chase Edmonds to the Denver Broncos to receive outside linebacker Bradley Chubb, a 2025 fifth round pick. Additionally, the Miami Dolphins also traded to get running back Jeff Wilson Jr. from the 49ers for a 2023 fifth round pick. As we know, with Christian McCaffrey there now, Elijah Mitchell supposed to come back.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of tight for the 49ers, who traditionally have been a running back by committee organization. But of course, when you have Christian McCaffrey in the fray, that completely changes that. Denver also traded a 2024 fourth round pick to the New York Jets for defensive end Jacob Martin and a 2024 fifth round pick to compensate them for losing Nick Chubb. I keep saying Nick Chubb, to compensate Ruben Badley. Now Miami is without a first round pick for the 2023 season. Denver, who initially was without the first round pick, now have gotten a first round pick to get back into the first round because they traded all their picks away for the Russell Wilson. So now Miami has turned those picks from San Francisco into Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Bradley Chubb for Trey Lance. I hope Trey Lance is going to be successful.
solid.
That's all I can say.
That's some willing.
Wait, Trey Lance got traded?
No. I'm
that's
saying
some
that when they
willing-
traded, that's what they got for him.
Oh, for him, yeah.
Basically, yeah. So basically, because they moved up, so they traded Miami all them draft picks, and Miami has traded all the draft picks away. But now they got Waddle, they got Chubb, and they got Tyreek Hill based on those movements.
Mm. Yeah.
But like y'all saying, Willie and Dillon, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like hurting and squealing. I was gonna ask you how you feel as a 49ers fan. Y'all do got McCaffrey as a bad man, but y'all do still have that big Trey Lance elephant in the room problem.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going. I mean, yes, elephant in the room, but I think it's a 50-50 at this point because we have not seen what he can do, but we have seen what he can do, and so it's like, but we have not seen it for a full season. He only played like 3 or 4 games last year. He played 2 games this year, in which he went 2-2, but he was injured in the second game. Correction, he went 1-1, but he was injured in the second game, so he didn't finish it. So now, with the perspective is, yeah, we got McCaffrey. They're making the play potentially for OBJ.
Nope.
We got Brandon Ayuk. We got George Kittle, who I think his utilization is going down. We still got Juice. We still have Debo. Like we got weapons.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that, fellas? That's called
Debo.
backpedal. Y'all messed up.
We're good. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all in the same boat as the Rams.
You said we're in the same boat as the Rams?
Go ahead.
You said we're in the same boat as the Rams?
Yeah, it's like, a win now boat. Like, we're stuck. Hopefully this works out. There ain't much future.
It's all, like you said, it's all predicated on what is Trey Lance going to do when he get back, because Jimmy's gone. I don't foresee us keeping Jimmy. Jimmy's like, man, he might get a Super Bowl and then he pop and smoke. It'll be like, I'm finna take my chance elsewhere and get paid as a Super Bowl quarterback.
Trey Lance ain't it.
It remains to be
Speaking
seen.
man from speaking on the Broncos side, I'm a huge Broncos fan, man, and I, like my dad said, our teams are spread all across the United States. But
So is Bishops.
I just think with our organization, I like the trade move. Honestly, I like the trade move. I like what we did. I'm iffy about Russell Wilson, and the only because I feel like we got him on the back half of his career. I would have loved to have had him when they stumped us in the Super Bowl. What was it? 7-8 years ago, I believe it was. So, that Russell Wilson would have been great. But I got confidence in us, man, with the AFC West, man, right now, the Chiefs being the top dog, man. You really can't figure him out. And then you got the Raiders and the Chargers, of course. So we always that wedge team in between, man. And hopefully Russell Wilson can bring us out, man, once we get that chemistry lined up.
I'm sorry. It sound a lot like you trade. Bishop got the Noah back, and all our squads is hurting. With Bradley Chubb being traded, I'm just like, okay. How you feel as a Broncos fan letting him go? Like, has he really been a problem? He's supposed to be a big deal. He's there.
You know what?
It was a dog.
I didn't agree with getting rid of Von Miller, and I honestly don't agree with getting rid of Bradley Chubb. But I'm trying to. I don't even like John Elway as a owner. Like it's certain stuff that he's done. Do y'all not know that the Broncos? I think Sports Center. Don't quote me, but I think they said to say the Broncos went through 10 quarterbacks in a 5-year span. I'm talking 7 off, like Trevor Siemian, man, Peyton Manning. Like we went through what's the other guy? I've been through so many quarterbacks, dude, and like it's just sad. So I don't even know if Russell Wilson that was good, or if John Elway knows what the heck he's doing, just in general.
Drunk said 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Wow.
So, of course, other trades that took place yesterday.
Nah,
Another one.
Right. Right.
The Buffalo Bills traded Zach Moss at a 2023 sixth-round draft pick. That could become a fifth-round draft pick to the Indianapolis Colts for running back Naheem Hines. Buffalo also acquired safety Dean Morrow from the Atlanta Hawks for a 2023 seventh-round pick. Zach Moss. Naheem Hines. We know he's basically led since 2018. He's been very formidable when it comes to a running back out the backfield. Zach Moss is up and coming. So maybe that prove a nice 1-2 punch for Buffalo. And maybe Buffalo did make a good move. Gentlemen, do you agree?
Actually.
Yeah, I think Buffalo made a great move, man, because Hines coming out the backfield, that's what he does, man. You know, they really didn't have that, man. They got Diggs. I forgot that. They got that other receiver. They got some good receivers, man. They got good tight end. Knox a decent tight end. So with them putting Hines in, man, that's that when the quarterback, what's his name, Allen, when he gets in trouble, man, he gets man, or even Hines run regular receiver routes, man. So I think that's gonna be a good move for them, man. That's gonna be like another plug into that offensive side of the ball for them. But look, I was thinking about that Bronco thing y'all said. Do you know now that they got 3 running? That's gonna be a crowded backfield, man. Because what you gonna do? You got Chase Edmonds, you got Gordon, and you got Latavius Murray, man. So I think they created a mess right there, man. But no, I think the Buffalo thing, I think that was good, man. I think that was real good.
So I know Bishop has what's his name? He's on your Gordon is one of your players, right? On fantasy football, Bishop. You muted.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that I'm proud. I'm glad that they got Chase Edmonds. I'm glad.
It's not helping you none.
I can't stand
either way. I done already beat you, so it is what it is. I'm good. I'm good. You know, I already beat you.
Ron, shout out to Ron this week.
Yeah, good luck, Ron. Yeah, I do something that he couldn't.
So of course,
do something he couldn't.
Another one. Chicago gets pissed. Touche.
Yeah.
So of course, Chicago Bears gets Pittsburgh wide receiver Chase Claypool for a 2023 second round pick. I was just about to ask that question.
My boy, one of my, I got a couple of partners. My brother, who I was a frat, Hardwire, he's a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I'm just wondering how Steelers fans feel, because I knew a lot of Steelers fans wanted Juju gone, but now Claypool gone too. Like, is Mike Tomlin just trying to rebuild his whole team? It sounds like it. It sounds like he's trying to start from scratch. I'm just being completely honest. It sounds like he's trying to start from scratch.
Or does the dude from Georgia? What was was he the reason they was able to ship out Claypool?
Yeah.
Was he? Is that what it was?
That's a good question. We listening. We listening.
I truly think that's what they were. Hey man, I think what that was, man, because see, I know about Pickens now. Pickens, man, but he couldn't get in the lineup for because of Claypool, I believe. So now that he's gone, I think Pickens is the number 1 receiver, man. I think he's gonna be their number 1 receiver. And also for my other Georgia boy that went to Ohio State over there in Chicago. Hey man, now he's getting him a receiver, man. So
and what did I tell you?
That's a win-win, man.
What did I say, Trey? I just said if you give Justin Fields a receiver, it's gonna be watch what happens. If Jake
is Claypool that person?
I don't know. We're gonna see.
Sir.
This is the thing. That's the question at hand.
It's gonna be trouble, man.
That dude? Can Claypool go over there and be the number 1 receiver for Justin Fields? But keep in mind they still need a line to protect him. If they get a line to
In
protect
that
Justin,
division, too.
and he got possibly a 1 and 2 receiver punch, that boy's gonna be problems. He's going to be problems.
It might be because they have an RA backfield in Herbert and Montgomery.
Right.
So and then
All
like
they
you
was
said,
missing was some real true premier receiver in an offensive line.
Kimmett as a tight end, Mooney.
Yep.
Now Claypool. They
Now
might be
Claypool.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It remains. Is Claypool worth a second round pick?
Second round. I don't know if he's worth a second. I probably would have gave up a third round, maybe, but not a second. I don't know. Claypool kept the Steelers above water last year when they still had Ben. I ain't gonna lie. Claypool kept them in the race last year when they had Ben. So he was that dude last year.
Yeah.
This year it ain't looking the same. But then again, Pittsburgh is having problems with their quarterback. They don't know if they want Pickett or if they want old boy out there. They don't know who they want. They keep going back and forth. So they got their own inner problems with the quarterback position. Once they find a solidified quarterback, then they can work on the wide receivers. That's why I think they got rid of Claypool. Let him go somewhere else until they figure out a wide receiver. Then they figure out some new talent, because we know there's some talented wide receivers coming up in this upcoming draft. Some real talent. Oh boy, out of Tennessee is a ridiculous number 11. I forget his name. That boy is a beast.
See, there you go with the disrespect. You're not going to act like Addison, last year's Biletnikoff winner, isn't in USC, and he's still a problem. But you going to sit up and talk about
has anybody spoken of him?
Has anybody spoken out of where the disrespect?
Ron, have you heard of this dude out of USC?
Yes.
Ron, have you heard of this dude out of USC?
He won the Biletnikoff last year.
BMV even laughing. Have y'all heard of this dude out of USC?
Don't worry. Just wait.
Bro, what are we waiting on? We in week 10 in college football. What are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Old boy's out there shining out in Tennessee. He killing it. He ain't doing what old boy out there in Tennessee is doing. I know that for a fact.
He did that last year, and now he's just under the radar.
Was he a Heisman hopeful last year?
He won the Biletnikoff Award. No, he wasn't a Heisman.
Okay, I see you mixed up the two awards. I said, was he or was he not a Heisman hopeful? There's two different awards, bro.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do just like anyone else gonna do. What player from Oklahoma is being talked about?
Right now, we don't have nobody that being talked about from Oklahoma right now. However, I bet you we had the most recent Heisman winner than USC. Don't worry, I'll wait. Huh? Oh, it's real. Crickets? Is that crickets? I mean, last Heisman hopeful y'all had was hopeful. Not the last winner. The last Heisman hopeful y'all had. Oh, don't worry, I'm listening.
And what has y'all Heisman hopefuls or Heisman winners done for the NFL lately?
Don't we have like 1, 2? Like we got like Mark Andrews, Kyler Murray.
What have your Heisman?
Oh, you said Heisman. What have they done? Oh.
Yeah, what have they done lately? Except
Matt
for
Lyon. Thank you, drunk. That's all I'm gonna do.
He was our last Heisman winner. That's
it. We just gonna leave it at that. We just gonna leave it at that, bro. What is the really? We just gonna leave it.
Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. So, of course, another trade yesterday. The Atlanta Falcons traded their suspended wide receiver Calvin Ridley to the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 2023 fifth round and fourth round pick. Additionally, the Atlanta Falcons also acquired cornerback Rashad Fenton from Kansas City for a seventh round pick. Will this be a good pairing for Sunshine? Trevor Lawrence come next year?
Absolutely. I keep telling you, Trey, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Joe Burrow, if they could ever get their offensive lines corrected, those three are going to be something to really look out for. Those three, if they could get their lines corrected, it's going to be problems. I keep telling nigga be probably. You notice how each one of these teams
Joe
is picking
Burrow,
up wide receivers. They picking up wide receivers, picking up pieces here and there. They finna put it together. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So currently Jacksonville has Christian Kirk, Zay Jones. Now they picked up Calvin Ridley, but Calvin Ridley's been removed for like almost 2 years. When you take in consideration he was out for the with the injury and now out for a year. Do we look at that as that's less wear and tear on his body, and now he has to come back and remove the rust?
How old is Calvin Ridley? How long he been? How old is he?
Calvin Ridley's he's in his mid-20s, I think.
Yeah, 28, 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a young cat, right? He's still a young cat, right?
Yeah.
He's still young. He still got some time under his belt.
He got burned
27.
out in Atlanta, man.
Oh, he about to be 28 on the in December. Yeah, he beat 28 in December. So, yeah, he's 27 right now. He'll be 20. So he definitely got some upside to him.
I might disagree.
You don't think he?
Yeah.
I think
no. I think he's a. Go ahead, Ron. I think he's a legitimate number one, and if you give him the opportunity. But go ahead, Ron.
I think we're on the same page. I wouldn't say legitimate, but he is. He's definitely a number one for a season. Like he'll get you by.
With the right team, he could definitely be a one.
Mm-hmm. Is that right team now, Jacksonville?
Right. The right team.
It could be.
I think we got a Trevor Lawrence problem, but that's
you think Trevor Lawrence is the problem in Jacksonville? Wow.
I think we've seen like one good game from him so far.
Okay.
He still got a lot to prove. I mean, he's coming off. Last year was detrimental to his mental health, physical, spiritual. Oh my gosh, Urban Meyer. So we'll have to at least give him this year, and we'll see how he goes next year. But it's not going good.
Right. Agreed. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
So of course, another.
I think too, man.
Oh, go ahead.
I think what
receipts.
No, I think I agree with my man though when he said that once you give these guys a line, man, that makes the difference, man. Because when you think back in the day, when teams picked up Peyton and led team, they always had the greatest line, man, ever. You know what I'm saying? I even say that about David Carr. I must have not David Carr, but over in Oakland, man. Never really truly had is a good offensive line, man. You gotta have an offensive line, man, to make this thing work, man. You gotta have that.
And Joe Burrow,
oh man,
you know, like with that 16-0 season that we he naturally college is different from the NFL, but I think if you out of those three quarterbacks y'all named, I'm a bias anyway, but Joe Burrow, I think with a good offensive line and with that core that they got on that wide receiver scale, Cincinnati could be scary too, but they got to put them front five on that. Yeah,
but right, absolutely, I totally agree. Joe Burrow is that dude. Like he shows he has the capability. I mean, just think they were just in the Super Bowl last year, so like obviously he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, so he knows. Right. He obviously he has the talent and he has the IQ to get it done. He just needs the protection. So
I hate to rain on this parade, but what we're not going to do is sit up and act like a couple of things. First and foremost, I just have to go back to something that you said, Bishop, when you said that, Trey's going to do this because he chose Tennessee. What we're not going to do is act like I didn't say that Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers was going to have a bad season this year before the season even started. First and foremost,
I already gave you props.
What we're not going to do is act like. What we're not going to do is not act like that. That Burrow happened to get into the Super Bowl because Kansas City and Buffalo had to play each other. We know one of those teams, presumably Buffalo, probably should have been the Super Bowl champions or should have represented the AFC. He just happened to squeak into because he still had the same.
There is no so happened. There's no so happened. He did what he had to do to get into the Super Bowl, and he made it in the Super Bowl. Ain't no so happened. What is that?
Yeah.
This ain't fairy tale.
Yeah.
This is what happened. It's just so happened. No, it didn't just so happen. It happened.
Do you think Do you think Burrow could have beat Allen?
In the Super Bowl?
No, in the AFC Championship.
I don't know. Look at Allen. I don't know.
But yeah, so that's those are.
Thank you, Drunk. Thank you, Drunk. Bengals earned that Super Bowl spot. Come on, man. Thank you. Stop. Get them man's they props, bro. They earned that spot.
Yeah.
They earned it. They did. They did what they had to do to get in that spot. Y'all should have been in it. But if your DBs know how to catch, you wouldn't have these problems. Wouldn't even be.
That's why he's in Philly now.
Your DBs know how to catch, you wouldn't have these problems. And guess what? He's doing well over there in Philly. That's why we're 7-0, guy. 7-0.
Heat.
All my life, I gotta fight. All my life. So of course, another trade that happened, which might be the most enduring one, is the Detroit Lions traded.
What's called happy by bro.
Where does this dude keep coming from? Traded tight end TJ Hawkinson and a 2023 and 2024 first round picks to the Minnesota for a 2023 second round pick and a 2024 third round pick. So this is one thing, right? To trade him is one thing. To trade him to a divisional foe, like what? That's not what we do. That's not what we do.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Why would you do that?
Man,
I'm that type of player. I'm coming for you. When it's our turn to play, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. For the worst reason for you to trade me, I'm coming for you, bro. Know that I'm coming for you. So don't.
Yes,
it's a wrap, bro. I'm coming for you.
I agree with you, man. That's just like me and you fight, man, and then I turn around and give you the gun. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you broke a knife here, having to use this.
That part,
I'm
bro.
tired of fighting. Shoot me.
Look, they play Minnesota, and you're gonna give them to Minnesota.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I would never do nothing like that. You ship them off to a whole nother conference. On the whole other side of the U.S. Send them way over there. Let them go over there. Look at Zach. He'll Vikings fans.
I'm very sure. I guess he dropped off Eric, but he probably be on too.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I don't know what Detroit was thinking, man. That's a dumb move.
I see people was like, "Is this real?" Like, bro, come on, why? Like you that, you know what? That's another. They're fire selling. They fire selling at this point.
They don't, what do you call? What you said? Tanking.
Tanking. Yeah, tanking.
It's like so they can have justify another keeping Dan Campbell another couple of years. That's what that is. Like, okay, we took away his best weapons.
Right.
So of course, like I was just talking about earlier, New York Giants GM John Schwong said he's interested in talking to Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. stopped by their facility a couple of days ago, in which he did not know he was in the building. But he said had he had known he was in the building, he wouldn't have mind speaking to him about potentially reuniting. We don't, as Bishop said earlier, we don't believe in fairy tales. Kid OBJ is going to be wearing red and white and gold by the time he comes back.
That's not going to happen. He's not coming to Texas.
He'll be a 49er.
This dude,
he'll be a 49er.
He's not coming to the phone.
He'll be a 49er.
This dude.
Hey, Ron sick good.
He'll be a Niner. Just wait. And someone the other day talking about, I think it was Lestat talking about Trey, you getting like Bishop wanting everybody. You know, we only want productive people. Like Bishop
obviously we got productive people. 7-0. Don't worry about it.
You know what? All I would do is see, like y'all said, Ron is sick of it. I'm sick of this. That's what I'm sick of. And it's like you have to. It's like you have to grin and bear it. It's like he got a grin and bear, like,
Yeah, I ain't mad at that brother, man. He riding that 7-0, man. I'd ride it too, man.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm sure gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. I sure am. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off.
Ride it, man. Yes, sir.
So of course we're at the midpoint of the season, right? So if y'all were to sit up and hand out a couple awards, who would it be your MVP at this
All
point?
awards go to Eagles fans, all Eagle players.
That is so y'all don't have maybe an MVP. Y'all don't have nothing else. That's it. Matter of fact, he's not even MVP. He's the most improved player.
Who is he? Because
most improved player.
Who's most improved?
Jalen.
So if Jalen is most improved, then MVP should go to AJ Brown.
No, that's it. That's all
What?
y'all deserve as most improved player. Y'all deserve. Y'all don't have MVP candidates in my opinion, and
that's
not that.
That's AJ Brown.
Yeah,
that AJ
He drunk,
Brown,
bro.
that them dumb Titans let y'all have, man. Yeah, that AJ Brown is the pick, man. That's
Bro,
the one.
he drunk, man. He drunk.
Hurts is not a MVP.
Why? Why is he not?
Why is he?
Why is he? No, the question
he's a quarterback on a 7-0 team. That's not enough.
What does he need to be an MVP? And we gonna do
statistics. He's statistically, like, let's be honest. The whole NFL is Jalen Hurts is like number 4 or 5 statistically across the NFL on an undefeated team. Again, just because you're on an undefeated team does not mean.
Okay, so who's above Jalen?
I would have to go look, but I know he's not the top.
I'm asking you, in your opinion, who's above Jalen? That's what I'm asking you right now.
Josh Allen.
Okay, give you that one.
Patrick Mahomes.
Give you that one. That's it. That's it. That's it.
I think it's just Josh Allen.
That's it. You can't give me nobody else, bro. That's it. I give you them two, and that's it. Cancel Christmas. Who else you gonna say? I know you ain't finna say Kirk Cousins. I know you ain't finna say Dak Prescott. I know you ain't finna say your boy Garoppolo.
Look,
I know you ain't finna say Russell
Geno
Wilson.
Smith.
No, Geno. Man, if you don't get your behind in the
Geno
back
Smith
of the bus,
is up there.
Geno Smith.
As
much as I hate to say it, Geno Smith.
All right, fellas, I got what Vegas is telling us. Josh Allen is the favorite at plus 117. And second, Bishop is Jalen Hurts at plus 360.
Thank you.
Then we got Mahomes. Then we got Lamar. Joe Shiesty. Then Justin Herbert. Then Geno.
Thank you. Stop it, bro. And by the power rankings for 2022 Tier 1 Elite, they got Patrick Mahomes at number 1, Josh Allen at number 2, and guess what? Jalen Hurts at number 3. Stop it, bro. Don't sit here and
you know what all that's based off. That's all that is based. All that is based off of an eye test. The eye test don't get it.
It's not the eye test, bro.
Stats gets it. Stats is the only thing that don't lie. Stats do not lie.
Man said the eye test.
Oh my word!
But in any case, okay, Bishop, Jalen Hurts is your MVP, obviously.
Without question.
What else you got, Ron? Who you going with? Is Hurts your MVP too? Is that your king as well?
Of course, shout out Philly, but I'm gonna be a little bit different. I am a degenerate gambler. I'm really feeling like a Geno Smith Tua Tagovailoa a bet, because if you bet them, and they hot. They hot. Right around this time is when you see teams really start to put it together and put that hot route together like the Bengals did last year. So it could be really spicy.
Black man
still got another half of the season, man. So
that's right. We do.
And that's why I say it's only at the half. So who Black man event? Who Jonathan? Who y'all going with? Who would be your MVP for the season?
Yeah, my dad stepped out for a little minute, but MVP personally, I would probably give it to Josh Allen. I think the wide receiver MVP choice just across the NFL spectrum, it's hard to win MVP. I mean, we can say that's who we believe should get it, but just across the NFL, your quarterbacks and maybe your running backs are the normal positions that obtain that type of award. And for me, I would say it'd be Josh Allen, man. They beat the Tennessee Titans when they came down here. So from that game up to now, I was like, yeah, Josh Allen's just on a different type of tangent right now. So that would be, I don't know about you, Pop. They said, well, who's first half of the season, right? I said Josh Allen.
Man. You know what? I would like to put somebody in there, and I hate to ride with the 7-0 brother, man, but I'm just going to go with Hurts, man. To me, I'm going with the record, man. I'm talking about we ain't talking about the past, we ain't talking about what could, but we talking about what is. Right now, they 7-0. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. And Jalen has been balling, man. He threw like 5 touchdowns one game, then came back with 3 and 3, man. So, and look, and then I'm gonna trip with this. I got the running back. They running back on my fantasy team, man. So he's making my running back look good, man.
Me too, bro. Me too. I feel you. That's just a straight hate. So, and Ron, who you say you pick? Who you say, Ron? Who you pick as the MVP?
Gino.
He ain't pick no Gino. Ron didn't say that. You said Gino, Ron?
Did
Did you say Gino?
I like Gino and Tua, but if we talking right now, like if the trophy was to be given out, it would be disrespectful not to give it to Jalen. But I think they would give it to Josh. They would give it to Josh.
Yeah.
We know why.
Because Josh is better.
He actually threw 4. Yeah. He actually threw 4 touchdowns. He threw 4, Anthony, to be honest, on Pittsburgh.
Who would be the offensive player of the year?
AJ Brown.
That's the good
one. I can give you that AJ on that one. For now, at the halfway point.
Or him or Saquon Barkley?
I think it's Saquon. I think Saquon has slowed.
He's slow. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, but who else can you give it to?
Well, like I said, at this point, at the halfway point, I could give you AJ or Saquon. If what we seen this past weekend continues, I think Christian McCaffrey runs them down.
Here we go.
Why not?
You wouldn't have said Christian McCaffrey. He wasn't in San Francisco.
I say if he's think about it. What do you not think if McCaffrey continues with what he did like this past week, he's not the offensive player of the year?
Diggs is a good one too.
Hey man, Trey.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey got to stay healthy. That's the thing I be thinking about.
Yeah,
ain't gonna
that part.
Christian McCaffrey. And I'm only saying this because I have drafted him the last 3 years on my fantasy, and he ain't shown me nothing on my running back slot for the points that I thought he was gonna get. So I need my man to stay healthy with the 49ers. If he does stay healthy,
he just helped Bishop
Trey,
beat me.
I'm with you on that.
He got me. Christian McCaffrey got me 40 points this past weekend on my fantasy. He got me 40 points. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I had him this week, so I'm laughing too.
Yeah, he did his thing.
His previous.
Oh yeah.
But his last game, I got 40 on my fantasy too. On my fantasy
yeah. He did his thing.
Defensive player of the year.
Ooh.
Yes, Parsons.
This got to be Micah. Well, I don't.
We don't have to even do this. Don't you do it, Bishop? Who are you gonna say? Big play Slay?
No.
Clay doing his thing. Darius Slay doing his thing, but you can't deny Parsons though. You cannot deny Parsons. You can't. It is what it is. You can't.
Cowboys,
hey man, hey man, you right. You know what? And my wife, if my wife was in here now, she'd be screaming because she's a big Dallas fan. But no, you're right, Parsons, man. Man, you had to readjust your offense for, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he a beast, man.
You have to make sure your tight end is on that blocking assignment, your running back chips, and you got 2 linemen. That's looking over
That's
there.
but Drunk ain't got a bad point
Yeah.
there either.
Yeah.
Von Miller
Von Bell.
Von Miller
Mm-hmm.
is doing his thing too. Don't sleep on Von Miller. He's doing his
That
thing.
must be who you talking
He
about.
must
That boy,
Right,
Von Miller
right.
is doing his thing. Von is doing his thing. Don't sleep on him. He out there right there with Parsons.
Yeah.
He right there with Micah. I'm not gonna lie. Von is doing his thing.
Okay, what about offensive player of the rookie offensive player of the year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The rookie,
Has Brees Hall? Did Brees Hall do enough?
but he done went down.
Wow.
He done went down. He down for the season. I don't think he did enough.
Olave.
Olave, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Olave. I don't think Olave did enough. The rookies ain't really shining that tough this year.
Pickens,
Man.
Olave, Pierce.
Yeah, I agree, Bishop. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Hey man, before that dude got hurt, that running back from
Brees Hall.
the
Brees
Jets,
Hall?
he
Brees
was
Hall.
doing this thing too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he could have stayed healthy, he probably would have got it, hands down.
Offensive rookie, defensive rookie of
Yes.
the player. I mean,
Yes.
defensive rookie of the year.
Mm.
Does that go to Sauce?
It might go to Sauce.
I like the cornerback. I like the cornerback. Yeah, he just took me to the word I'm about.
Mm-hmm. Sauce Gardner.
The cornerback
Sauce Gardner
from
New York.
the Green Bay
The Jets.
Packers. Is it?
Oh,
is it talking about-
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He a favorite for me for sure. Yeah, he a favorite.
Brees Hall, IR MVP. Yeah, for real.
And the coach of the year.
Coach of the year? That would have to be our coach.
Coach.
Really?
He is so nice.
I think.
Why else? How
it's-
else? Hold on, Trey. Let me ask you this: what are you gonna base it off of? Your team, one team coach is 7-0, and all these other teams is a loss. What else are you basing it on? Coach?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah,
I think what we do is allow the fact of that 0 at the end of your record to pull the wool over the eyes of what's really going on. No different from how they allowed the wool to be pulled over the eyes and believing that Tennessee wasn't going to be the number one team after the CFP. It's eye test. That's what it becomes. And so, yes, as you were saying,
7-0.
that like you would say, that Brees well, right?
He
But-
has coached the team to 7-0.
Who have they been up against?
It doesn't matter.
Pete
They're
Carroll
professionals.
Or Brian
All
DeBall?
of them, are they all not professionals? It's not like they play in a high
Correct.
school.
They
They're
are
professionals.
They are the
So
professionals.
therefore,
yes.
it's irrelevant of who they done played. The fact of the matter, to be 7-0 at this point is a statement.
Pete Carroll or Brian DeBall?
Get out of here. How you getting Pete Carroll because of Geno Smith? Where are you getting
you know
that
what?
from?
But look, now, look. You know what? Only reason I would say Pete Carroll because he knew what he had in G, and he got rid of that. You know what I'm saying?
Pete Carroll or Brian DeBall?
And how Brian DeBall?
Where were the New York Giants last year?
I'm waiting.
They y'all division. Where was they at last year?
They was at the bottom, probably.
At the bottom. Where are they currently?
Yeah.
In third.
Are they in third?
Yes, Dallas is above them. Next question.
Yeah.
Brian DeBall. He
What
turned the team around. Coach of the year. That doesn't necessarily mean undefeated record.
So what?
Because
Okay.
so let's think about it like this.
Right.
Let's put it like this. If the Brian DeBall had the same record as Safani, if y'all had the same record, whether it was both 7-0 or 6-2, who would be considered the better coach? That's the litmus test. And I think still Brian DeBall or Pete Carroll would still be considered the better coaches in their opposition if it wasn't for that undefeated record.
You act like we had a perfect record last year. We did not.
Y'all did not.
Yeah, right. So I think we was
Last year would have been a good year for her to get coach of the year.
How? What? That doesn't make. We went from. I think it was. I think we was 500.
Yeah, y'all made a push. I'm saying y'all made a push at the end of the year. Last year would have been a good position for him to get coach of the year.
This year, because this year we went from. You could obviously see we went from what we were then to where we are now at 7-0. What do you mean?
Technically, Brian Flores should have got coach of the year last year. But what I'm saying is, it's the coach. What I said, I guess for me, when I look at it, it's like you're coaching, like what you do to turn around your team and put it in. If I got a team full of Hall of Famers, I got to coach that well. I can get away with
a team of Hall of Famers.
I'm just saying in general. If I have a team full of Hall of Famers and stand-up players, in which I ain't got to really do no coaching. But if I can sit up and take a team of mediocre players or mid-level players and stuff like that and make them formidable, it may not be me with an undefeated record. It could be me sitting with a 2 or 3 record, but that's not what was expected. Y'all basically threw dirt on me.
Go ahead.
Bishop, you're out of control, sir. But I understand the passion. You know, if our Eagles in this season 15-1 or 16-0, we're gonna have to give it to Mr. Sirianni. However, you cannot deny the fact that this man has not had the coach yet. He hasn't had the coach yet.
He's operating on stolen valor at this point.
Oh my God. Really? That's what we doing.
Stolen valor.
Operating on stolen valor. Really? That's what we going with it? Oh my God.
Our biggest question with the Eagles is they going to be able to score second half points. They blow up the score to start the game and it's just coasting. I think we all could do a decent job as head coach for the Eagles right now. There's going to be some tougher games to come. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get back to Sirianni, but Pete, the NFC West is the toughest division in football.
Steve Nash can coach the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right no, you did.
This dude is disrespectful, man. He's very disrespectful. He's real disrespectful right now. He's real disrespectful right now, bro. He's being real disrespectful, Ron. Don't laugh at that. Don't y'all laugh at that, man. He's being real disrespectful right now.
I'm just saying.
Steve Nash need to come to the Lakers. That's what he need to do. If anything, that's what he need to do. Need to come to the Lakers.
They need somebody to shoot.
Yeah.
We already had a player. We don't even want him as a coach.
That part, Bishop, answer that question. What part?
Whatever y'all got.
Y'all toughest game was Cowboys, right? Y'all toughest game was Cowboys, right?
No,
that wasn't even y'all toughest game. Y'all toughest game was Detroit.
Okay, we beat them though.
35-8, 35-38.
It don't matter. We beat them, and we beat the Vikings. We beat the Vikings, who only has one off. We beat the Cowboys, who has 2 losses.
Don't lie, man.
We beating them teams that is up there in the top, bro. We beating them.
Okay.
The Eagles got the Packers. As much as they are down, we ain't gonna disrespect
Aaron Rodgers, that bad man. Yeah.
The Bears is gonna be a fun game. They got the Titans. The Cowboys is gonna beat the Eagles. The undefeated season is not happening. That's gonna be.
Ron, why would you rain on my parade like that, Ron?
Because you know it.
NFC East is. There's just no way. and maybe the Giants.
Maybe the Giants would
beat them too.
Come on, Ron. Don't do me, Ron.
Giants
Ron. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Ron.
You know what? That's a rivalry game.
I know. Step away from
Michael Parsons is not letting. He gonna have a couple of sacks, man.
You know what? I would say this, Bishop. I think firmly that I don't think y'all sweep y'all whole division. I don't think there's any team in y'all division y'all sweeping this year, including the Commanders.
Right. That's why I said if he comes out 15-1, 14-2, Sirianni coach of the year.
Yeah, I don't foresee y'all sweeping anyone. Like you got to win against everyone in y'all division already, right?
Yep.
I think y'all lose.
And no, except the Giants. Except the Giants. We ain't played the Giants.
Oh, y'all ain't played them yet. So I think y'all split. I think y'all split with everybody in the division for the most part.
And the fact that you're saying that, we've been going at it. Like, why is the Eagles not power ranked number 1? It's not out of control, but everybody got the popcorn out. Come on, Jalen Hurts.
I can't wait,
Come on.
man. I can't wait. We got Houston tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We got Houston tomorrow. Then
And that's
we
a
got
trap
the
game.
See?
Stop saying that.
See?
That's
That's a
not a
trap
trap
game.
game.
Yeah,
That's a trap game.
God, stop saying that. God, I don't want to hear that.
If Josh Allen was playing the Texans, we'd be like, we had to beat them boys by 30.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, but just,
Why
that's
can
a
we
trap
say
game.
it's a trap game for the Eagles? Hopefully they show up tomorrow and shut it down. Like, don't let them come back in the second half.
Right.
It's going to be 21-3.
Right.
Don't let Texans get back in the game.
Lovey finna have them boys ready to go.
Right.
Lovey is standing up. He's like, you know what? I'm sorry, I gotta do this to another black man, but hey, I gotta stand. We gotta do like Lovey.
This dude right there. This dude right here behind me. He finna have another big game tomorrow night. This dude right here behind me is finna have another big game.
Doing things we ain't seen since T.O.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part. That part.
Yeah.
AJ finna show out.
You right.
Yeah, AJ gonna put up.
Yep, he gonna show out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So of course that's our time
and
for
think about
today.
this, man. What's making so good for Jalen, man?
No, go ahead. You good? Go ahead. Ooh. You know what?
Stop it. That is not possible. Ain't nobody doing. No one has thrown over 400 yards on us this year.
Davis Mills.
Stop it, bro. You
Really just gotta shut the disrespect up. Show up and punch these boys in the mouth.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry about it.
But of course, like you said, that was our show for today. We greatly appreciate having black men vent too, or it was basically a whole vibe. Of course, respectfully, y'all know. Be sure to go catch their podcast. Matter of fact, y'all can set up. Where can we find y'all podcast?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, let us know what it do.
Yeah. Again, man, thank you guys, man for the
thank conversation. You, man. Hey, man, we really enjoyed this too, man, because we don't get a chance to sit back and chill.
Yeah.
Most of our stuff, man, is like real, certain ways. Today we got a chance to talk about stuff that we love, man, and that's sports. Hit you, brother, man. Thank you, man.
That's
but
what's
you
up,
can
man.
us, man, on any major social media platform. You can find us on Facebook at Black Men Vent 2, spelled as you got on the hat. Instagram is Black Men Vent 2. Black Men Vent 2. You can find us on IG, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We have a YouTube as well. So check us out on YouTube. Subscribe for content. We drop an episode every Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We've done 66 episodes from August the 2nd of last year to the day.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice. That's what's up, man. We definitely appreciate y'all being on the show, man. We enjoyed you. My little one, she's out of school today because she's a bit under the weather. But so that's why I was off and on for the most part. But we really appreciate y'all, BMV, man, for being on here. We definitely need stuff like that. Give us an opportunity to talk to other people who are sports-minded and sports-oriented, just like ourselves, because that's what we like to do, man. We like to talk sports and have fun with it in the AM, man, right here on First Formation. We definitely appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming on. Definitely come on again. If y'all ever got the time, we definitely love to have y'all again for sure, for sure.
Oh, we gonna talk to him before. Don't drop off yet, because when we get off the show, we gotta holler at y'all. Last night, Bishop, I was checking out. The Speakeasy has become a 2.0. Have reinvented themselves.
What?
The conversation was pretty interesting last night, especially when you take in consideration the part in which I caught it on in reference to trick or treating and candy. It was
okay.
Very interesting. So you know what I'm saying, the Speakeasy with the reinvention. Of course, I seen that they got a hip hop joint too. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to have to tap into that.
That's what's up. Yeah,
y'all know where to catch Ron.
Ron, give us a spill on it. What's up? What's up with the new Speakeasy, bro? What happened?
Yeah, Speakeasy 2.0. Catering and caring to the culture. Excuse us, we may keep it pro blackity black. Make sure y'all tap in the Speakeasy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I love it, man.
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. I love it.
Sir.
I love it.
So, of course, like you said, that's the show today. But be sure to tap in tomorrow. We're supposed to have some special guests as the military's services are getting about to play. All Air Force, all Army, all Marine, all Navy. We're supposed to have some of those coaches for the men and the women that's going to tap in with us tomorrow to come and talk to us about what's going on as we get back into that portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while we got to talk about what we laid our hat on, us being veterans and getting it. So that'll be a whole vibe tomorrow. I know we're gonna talk a lot of NBA for the most part. There's probably gonna be a little trash talking going on. Find out who is expected to win the tournament. I know the Army mantra is gold. Gold is the goal. We'll see if that comes about. So, of course, we'll be checking in with them. So, please be in formation. Y'all know what it is. 09-1100 hours every Monday through Friday. For the most part, y'all know where to catch us. You always got myself, Ron, Bishop. We might have CC come through sometimes. There's no telling who will come through, but be sure to tap in with us, catch this whole vibe. Any last words before we get up out of here?
Man, y'all have a great hump day. Enjoy your hump day. Be blessed. Be blessed. Enjoy it. Have fun. Be safe out there. Hey, stay safe out there, man. This world is a crazy world. We see the things that are going on. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Watch out for one another, man. For real.
Enjoy y'all day.
Right.
Peace.
Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. We'll holler back at y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir.